and allowing the future events to just be there in the future. All we have is this present moment. And maybe checking in with yourself and asking, how am I doing right now? Trying to remember there's no right or wrong experience to have. We're just allowing whatever is here to be here. And on the next breath, as you breathe in, maybe you stretch the arms a little. And maybe yawning if that's helpful. And opening your eyes for a quick check-in. Thank you, folks. So I invite you in the group chat, if you'd like, to just answer the question, what are you present to this morning? It can be a thought, a sensation in the body, or maybe an emotion that's coming up. But feel free to enter something in the group chat. Again, you're not required to, but you're welcome to. Anything that you're present to. Thinning carrots. Feeling stuck. Patience and allowing. Welcoming your calm guidance. Needing a second coffee. I hear that. And even if you haven't answered, maybe just, again, asking yourself, what am I present to right now? Someone shared, feeling like I'm swimming in the mud. Feeling calm while watching my dog sleep next to me. Right. Beautiful. Thank you, folks. Diane says, wanting to go at my own pace, even as everything rushes by around me. Thank you, everyone. All right, so I invite you to begin our loving kindness meditation here. You're welcome to, turn your Zoom or your computer away from you if you'd like. Some of us have Zoom meetings the rest of the day, so we kind of can get Zoom fatigue. So you're welcome to turn off your video as well for this meditation. And you can do this either seated in a chair or seated on a cushion, or you can even lay down if that feels supportive for you. All right, so loving kindness, or metta bhavana, as it's called in the Pali language, is a method of developing compassion. And it comes traditionally from the Buddhist tradition, but know that it can be adapted and practiced by anyone, regardless of your religious affiliation. Loving kindness meditation is essentially about cultivating love. In Greek, there's a word, agape, which refers to divine or unconditional love. In Hebrew, the word hesed is a word that speaks to the kindness or love between people, a sense of compassion for one another. Research is beginning to prove the power and benefits of this compassion practice specifically. Stanford University in California has created the Center for Compassion and Altruism to continue studying the power of loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness is unconditional, inclusive love. A love without wisdom, or excuse me, a love with wisdom. It has no conditions. It does not depend on whether one deserves it or not. It's not restricted to your own family or friends. It really extends out from our own personal categories to include all living beings. There are no expectations of anything in return. This is the ideal, pure love, which everyone has in potential. So go ahead and close the eyes or softly cast the gaze downwards. In this loving kindness meditation, we are getting in touch with that form of love that is a no strings attached kind of love. Unconditional. Not love because you're possessing something, not love because you've done something, not love because you deserve it. If you're seated, allow the spine to be nice and long. And I invite you to place your right hand over your heart and the left hand on the solar plexus where the ribs come to touch. Take a moment here to just breathe in and out of the heart. Simply breathing in and out of the heart. Touching in with that love that doesn't expect anything in return. Everyone has this love in potential. Some days it might be a small seed planted in us. We might expect and experience some moments of this unconditional love. This is a practice that can water that seed. Releasing the hands now and continuing to breathe in and out of the center of your heart. Letting the eyes remain closed if you're comfortable with that. This practice begins with ourselves. Often it can be difficult to extend loving kindness to ourselves. Often it can be difficult to extend love to others in that no strings attached kind of way if we don't have it for ourselves. So that's what we're doing here, folks. We're starting with ourselves. And this is a meditation of care, concern, and tenderness. It's an opportunity to let ourselves rest in warmth, touch in experientially with the gift of generosity. So as you breathe in and out from the center of the heart, see if you can feel any mental blockage or numbness or self-judgment. Anything that in your mind might block love. See if you can drop beneath that to the place where we can offer care for ourselves. There's no need to judge what's up on that other layer. Just drop beneath to where we can wholeheartedly wish strength, health, and safety for ourselves. Allow yourself to settle into a comfortable position, either again sitting down or laying down. And if you'd like, putting a hand over your heart or another location that is soothing as a reminder to bring not only awareness, but loving awareness to our experience and to ourselves. As you continue to breathe in and out, I'm going to use some traditional loving kindness phrases, but know you can make up your own if you're inspired to do so. Starting with yourself, just repeating these phrases after me in your mind. Directing these phrases towards yourself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. Now, bring to mind a person or living being who naturally makes you smile. This could be a child, a grandparent, your cat, or your dog. Whomever naturally brings happiness to your heart. Letting yourself feel what it's like to be in that being's presence. Allowing yourself to enjoy their good company. Maybe even smiling here, just again, allowing yourself to enjoy their presence. Create a vivid image of this being now in your mind's eye. Now recognize how much this being wishes to be happy and free from suffering, just like you and every other living being. Breathing in and out of the heart. Picturing this being, repeating softly and gently, feeling the importance of your words. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Now, move your attention to a neutral person, someone for whom you feel neither strong like nor strong dislike. It could be someone who checked you out at the grocery store earlier today or yesterday. Maybe it's a staff member at work who you aren't really connected to. It could be someone at school or work you've never talked to before, but have seen in the halls. Just picture this neutral person in your mind's eye and offer the same loving kindness from your heart. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Taking a moment here to just feel that love, that compassion swirling within yourself. Sharing it with others. Extending it beyond ourselves. Tapping into that wellspring of love and kindness and compassion. Allow yourself to feel the tenderness and loving care for this person's welfare. Now, in your mind, move your attention to someone that you have difficulty with, perhaps even hostile feelings or resentment or judgment. We'll be repeating the phrases for this person, and if you notice any difficulty in doing this, you're invited to say before the phrases, "To the best of my ability, I wish that they be." So if you notice any resistance or difficulty, practice accepting that without judgment. Let yourself be, receiving your own loving kindness around that difficulty if it arises. If you start to feel ill will towards this person, return your attention to that mentor that you began with, the one that it was easy to feel unconditional love for. And then let that kindness, that loving kindness, arise again within you. Then you can turn your attention back to the person with whom you experience difficulty with. Allow these phrases to spread through your whole body and mind and heart as you picture someone you have difficulty with. Repeating these phrases. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Lastly, we'll be moving the attention to radiate out, to radiate outward even more universally. Loving kindness to all beings. See if you can stay in touch with that center and that ember of warmth, that tender loving kindness at the center of your being. See if you can get in touch with the felt sense of all living beings. Maybe even in your imagination, thinking about the worms and the bugs, even underneath the ground on which you stand or you're sitting on. thinking of the birds flying around, animals off in the desert or forests or mountains, and of course, our brothers and sisters, other human beings around the world. And repeating these phrases after me in the quiet of your own heart. May all beings be happy. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful and at ease. Allow these phrases to be a conduit for the power of loving kindness, including all beings, including the earth, including the universe. Empower your imagination through these phrases to touch the hearts of all forms of life in this universe, unconditionally and inclusively. Let that loving kindness continually radiate outward from your heart, expanding into and filling infinite openness of the universe. I'm going to ring a bell, and when you can no longer hear the sound of the bell, gently open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me. Just a few things about loving kindness meditation I wanted to note. Know that any experience that you have around this meditation is okay. There's no goal that we're trying to get to, right? There's no right experience, there's no wrong experience. Okay. And I've noticed that the more and more I practice this loving kindness meditation, the more and more I'm able to access that loving kindness and that compassion for myself and also for others. That's why we call it a practice, right? And just notice without any judgment how this exercise might have affected you. And the key word here, folks, is non-judgment. Okay, we're just allowing whatever is here to be here and to be okay with that. And I've noticed with some students that I've worked with before that they've shared, it's really hard to access love for myself, but I can access love for my dog or my cat, for example. And if you're able to access love and compassion and kindness to someone else, or maybe to yourself, but you're not able to do it to another, see if you can use that as a doorway, okay, into practicing loving kindness for others or for yourself, whatever subject it was difficult to access loving kindness to. It's a good doorway, good teacher for us. All right, so we'll have one final check-in. And again, the question here is anything that you're present to after our meditation this morning. And you're welcome to put it in the group chat. Also know that it's not required. This is totally optional. So anything that you're present to after that meditation. Recentering. The grounding power of love. And if you're not answering, that's okay. Just see if you could ask yourself, what are you present to? Someone shared light. Another shared the macro and the micro. Warmth. The feeling of compassion. And I encourage you all to be easy with yourself as we close up this meditation, as you move on to the next event of your day, to just see if you can carry on that loving compassion for yourself and for others. Again, no judgment either, but see if you can be easy with yourself. And one more note, for those folks that are new to Peace in Schools, we have offerings for anyone that works with either youth or adults. Sorry, thank you. Another sharing is having an open heart. Thank you. And I've included in our chat box here a link to our adult courses. And we have courses around like mindfulness foundations for folks that might be new, or we also offer mindfulness for trauma for those of us that might work with youth and perhaps other adults. So thank you again, everyone, for joining me and Peace in Schools this morning and this community of folks here, even virtually. And we hope to see you next Monday. Oh, I have a question here. Okay. And I'll go ahead. Someone just asked, may I ask for you to remind me what the phrase was? You might say, when I feel resistance. Yes, I will put that in the chat box. Thank you again, and you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.